Hey, how you doing there again, folks? Me good, of course. Brandon Wenzel, come back at you. Another offering off my sampler platter. Yes, hey, folks, I'm Platter Videos. Here's videos I do for the while. I go over there, try out food and drink items. I eat the stuff, I drink stuff. And, folks, I'm going to talk about stuff. I'm going to let you know all that you need to know about hopefully delicious stuff that time I'm doing this, folks. I may or may not be about to do a review that's named after a, is it Aztec or Mayan? I forget one of those, but it's named after a cultural site, what with the history and such. That's definitely what I'm going to be doing. But anyway, whilst I'm doing so, I'm inside the truck, as you can see. I'm also over there. I'm wearing grody work clothes, sadly, because, well, typically when I'm in the truck and I'm wearing grody work clothes, that means that I went over there, I was on my way home from work, and I found some shit to review. It's kind of the case today, but a little bit different just because I actually found this stuff like a couple weeks ago, and I was just like, just make sure I put it in my car so I can do a review after work. But anyway, so what am I trying for y'all today, folks? What's the hippity-haps of this whole thing? We're doing, boom, it's Machu Picchu. You can see it's got a mountain and such. Feel good, do good. This is ginger peach, zero sugar, organic energy drink. Sure, why not? Natural caffeine, B vitamins, all that stuff. Organic and 120 milligrams of caffeine, which isn't actually that much for an energy drink these days. Like back in like 28, like back in like 2008, I could see it. These days, feel good. We believe in the power of going outdoors as the most meaningful way to connect with the planet, with other human beings, and even with oneself. Yeah, I don't know if I entirely agree with that. With every sip, we want you to experience the extraordinary energy of Machu Picchu, no matter where you are. It's natural organic caffeine, Peruvian organic maca, I don't know what that is, and it's zero sugar. So, yeah, I found this at a gas station. Figured why not? I mean, potentially reasons it could be made of poison for all I know, but I don't think it will be. And I appreciate that they went over there. It's kind of an odd name, but I can appreciate that they went over there and named it after, like, an amazing historical site, you know, archaeological find of a generation. So hopefully this is good, because I'm a little bit out of it, as you might be able to tell, what with the work and such. Work was a pain in the ass, man, I'm telling you. Thought it was going to be a super chill night. No, because they're like, brr about stuff, and I'm like, I guess. Let's try a thing. Smells peachy. The only thing I'm a little bit worried about is the zero sugar aspect, but we'll see how well they do at hiding that. Okay. Okay. I'm sort of down with it. Regarding the zero sugar aspect, they do a pretty good job of lessening the impact of it. I've made mention of this in numerous zero sugar things before. I'm not big on the zero sugar taste. Like, they're getting better with it. I recently did a review of the new improved Pepsi Zero Sugar formula that they did, and that actually was surprisingly well done. So they are getting better with it, but the technology isn't quite there yet. Still, and that's the case for this. Still get sort of a hint of the zero sugar aspect, but it's not too bad. It's not abrasive or anything. It drinks really weird. It feels like, especially with the ginger aspect, I keep expecting it to be a harsher drink. Because, like, you know, if you have ginger, a lot of times, you know, it gives it a nice little extra oomph. No oomph. It's mostly peach. And then you get sort of a ginger-ish sort of taste throughout. It's kind of interesting. It's sort of like almost like a sparkling peach drink. It kind of gives it that effect. So even though I don't think it's carbonated. Are you carbonated? Yeah, you're carbonated. Um, Not terribly carbonated though. But yeah, like my brain keeps wanting it to be a harsher drink. But it's actually pretty smooth. And like I said, the peach is the biggest flavor, but the ginger is there. But they actually it kind of depends on how you want to look at it. I think they did a good job of blending it into one flavor, which is good. And I think that the ginger aspect actually helps sort of elevate the peach aspect a little bit. And the nice thing is, like, peach is a good flavor, but it can be too much. If you let it be too much, it can be too much. With this, with the way they blended it, it doesn't get to that point. It's a very smooth, quick drinking drink. Peach isn't overpowering. But the only downside for me personally, because it does have the because it does have the ginger aspect of it, I love ginger-based drinks. In fact, did a comparison review of Seagram's versus Schweppes. So if you're interested, give that a shot. But I like a harsher ginger flavor. So the fact that they blended it as nicely as they did is good on one hand, but it hurts a little bit for me just because I want that ginger aspect. But overall, it's actually really tasty. Like I said, the zero sugar aspect, you get it a little bit, but it's not too bad. And everything else, I mean, it's not my favorite energy drink I've ever had, but I can appreciate what they did with it. And at the same time, I can't say that I've ever had a ginger peach energy drink before. Maybe I've had it in some other format, but it's not bad. I can dig it, folks. However, two questions have to be asked. Do I dig it enough where I would go over there and get it again? Or where I would go over there and recommend it to people? The answer to that, maybe and yes. So, the only thing is, like this, I've only ever seen this in one gas station, and it's not one that's close to me. So I don't know in terms of availability. Like, I wouldn't drive that far to that gas station to get this again. Even though I like it. It's just, I don't like it that much. But if I did run into it, if it happened to be at a gas station I was at and I saw it, I might go over there and grab one again. Now, again, it's not my favorite energy drink. But I like that it's unique. And I like that it offers something that I personally haven't had before. So that gives it some extra points. Would I recommend it to people? Yes, I think if you run into this, I think you should give it a shot. I mean, even the caffeine content, it's only 120, which isn't too bad, again, by energy drink standards. So in terms of, it kind of depends on what you want from it. It's obviously doesn't have the same punch as some other energy drinks do, so take that into account. But at the same time, that might make it more appealable to people who don't want the super cranked up energy. And in terms of just the taste and everything, it's pretty tasty, and I can get behind it. So hopefully the next one is as good, because there's another one coming. Look out for that review. But anyway, folks, that's going to do it for me on this one. 5 things before I get out of here. Have yourself a great rest of your day, spectacular rest of your week, monumental rest of month, stupendous rest of your year. Folks, you can go over there and have yourselves a truly Machu Picchu rest of your life. Because, I mean, yeah, granted it's ruins now and everything, but like they're well-preserved ruins, and it's a whole that lots of people go there to visit. I would never go, as much as I love history. And I love history. It's always been one of my favorite subjects. My only thing with Machu Picchu is that shit is up on a mountain. Nope, ain't doing that, folks. Just ain't doing that. Brandon is not a guy who needs to go up high places. Just not my jam, man. And it's such a shame, because like I've seen like the, like documentaries on it, and like all the pictures. It looks gorgeous. But then it's like, nah, man, If I managed to get my ass up there, they'd never get me down because there's no way I'd be able to convince myself to go back down. Not just because of the beauty and the scenery and everything, just there's no way. But anyway, final two things, folks. Number one, try to bring some positivity in the world. It's not always possible. It is, however, always appreciated. But you can't do it all the time. I know I can't do it all the time. Here's what you're going to do, folks. You're going to try not to be an asshole. Folks, that's not always the easiest thing to do in the world. Okay, trust me. Like I said, I was over there at work today. I'm starting off my day. Day's going good. I'm having a good run. Then they go over there and they tell me they're going to move my ass around. I go do all this other stuff. Now my day's not so good. Supervisor's causing me a little bit of grief. He's not a bad dude. But he's causing me a little bit of grief. I'm not appreciating it. But at the end of the day, hey, I'm out of work. I'm feeling good. Take a step back, try to mitigate the level of assholishness in my life so that I can hopefully do better for myself and for those around me. Hopefully you can too. Very final thing, folks, do the thing. Whatever the thing is for you, that's what I want you to go out and do. Folks, maybe you're going to go over there and you're going to watch this video that I've done on the Machu Picchu zero sugar organic energy drink. And maybe you're going to see it and you're going to be like, you know what? I bet I could go over there and come up with an energy drink based off of a culturally relevant building as well. Saying you go over there and you're like, ha ha ha, I'm going to come up with an energy drink named after the Tower of London, where people were famously imprisoned and, tortured and stuff. It's a bold move, but I support it, okay? I support it. I don't know if you have to get any type of permission to do that. I mean, it's just a tower. And it's been around long enough, I can't imagine anybody has the copyright on that one. But just do your dutiful business and make sure that all the paperwork is in order. Having a weird day, folks. Or conversely, maybe don't go over there and name an energy drink after place of imprisonment and torture. If you could just, hey, you know what? Maybe go visit Machu Picchu. Maybe you're not a punk-ass bitch like me and you're willing to go over there and climb up a mountain to see some badass things that were made hundreds, thousands. I love history. I'm piss poor when it comes to timelines. Anything with numbers, math, addresses, phone numbers, nope. Don't know why it doesn't stick in my head, but it doesn't. So when it comes to history, I know lots of things about it. I just don't know when it happened. Bye.